Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Your old buddy Tim back with another video, doing something a little different today. Rather than ride around and talk about real estate and life here in Huntsville, I am going to do a reaction video. Now, a reaction video means this. I'm going to watch a video and I'm going to react to it. I'm going to comment on it. And I don't normally do these kind of videos, but I feel compelled to do this one because there is someone who is out to besmirch my hometown, and I don't like it. So this was brought to my attention by one of my agents here who went on YouTube and found this video. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. So if you go to YouTube and you type in moving to Huntsville, well, of course, yours truly comes up there at the top. But then notice something else. There are a couple of videos here by a channel called 601 Travels, and this video is what makes Huntsville, Alabama a great place. And I watched this video, and it's basically a tourism video. She talks about the Space and Rocket Center, Botanical Gardens, but she has a whole top 10 list of what makes Huntsville great. Now, right below that, this same lady, this 601 Travels, does a video, the top 10 reasons why Huntsville, Alabama is the worst city in the USA. The worst city in the entire country. Well, this makes me wonder what changed, because 4 months ago it was one of the top 10 places she wanted you to see, and now it is one of the worst. Well, if you investigate this channel, you can see that basically they hate everything. Every place they go sucks. And what's funny, here's the deal. She makes these videos just to get views. They're supposed to be reactionary. Corpus Christi sucks. Daytona sucks. Toledo sucks. Huntsville sucks. So, you know, you take these videos with a grain of salt if you know what she's doing. And basically, she's just clickbaiting and putting up videos that every city in the country really sucks and why they are the worst in the USA. So I felt compelled to watch her video on why Huntsville, Alabama sucks, because I want to know why it sucks. Now, let me get through this ad here.
I made you move.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play the video, and I'm going to stop it and just kind of react and comment and just kind of, you know, give you a view on why she is incorrect. We are not the worst city in the U.S. There's a lot of competition for that. So let's go ahead and watch the video.
Hey everyone, welcome to 601 Travels, where we tell you the good, the bad, and the points of interest of your favorite cities. We do town tours, highway drives, and lists just like this one. Please be sure to click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a future upload.
Let me pause it right here. I want to say something. My intent with this is not to you know, go back at this young lady and make personal comments. I don't know her. I don't know who she is. I'm pretty sure she's never set foot in any of the cities that she is slamming. But I'm not going to slam her personally, although that voice. But I'm just going to make comments on her comments. So
here's our list of the top 10 reasons you should not move to Huntsville, Alabama. Number 10. People are fake. If you've never been to Huntsville, you might not realize that people are basically calling you an idiot right to your face. No, they don't really want to bless your heart. They can't comprehend the level of utter stupidness that is standing right in front of them.
Okay, let me pause it right there and let's just look at what she says. People are mean here. People will look at you and say, bless your heart to your face. And this is a quote, because they cannot believe the level of stupidity standing right in front of them. Okay, so here is the question. Is it, if we are confronted with someone who is on a level of stupidity that we just can't comprehend, should we be mean to them? Should we let them know, hey, you could be the dumbest, most idiotic person on the planet? Or is it better for us to say, well, bless your heart. Bless your heart. I cannot comprehend the level of stupidity standing right in front of me. I think this is probably going to be indicative of this young lady's argument. is when we are confronted with idiots, we are nice rather than mean. All right, so that's number 10. Fake mean people.
A lot of people here will really be nice to your face and then go right behind your back and do all the smack talk. It's like this in every southern city, and Huntsville is no exception.
Okay, so every southern city, every inhabitant of every southern city is mean and fake. I think you might want to redo those numbers.
You really have to know who's on your side, and don't give out too many personal details because that will be used against you somehow, some way, by someone eventually.
Okay, did you get that? If you come to Huntsville, don't give out any personal information at all because we mean fake people will eventually use that against you. Sounds like an episode of Housewives.
Number 9, car needed. You'll need a car in Huntsville for many reasons. It's a very spread out city and you can't just walk from place to place because everything is really scattered in different sections. Residential areas can be and are far away from offices and businesses. Plus, given the weather there, which we'll talk more about later, is just too hot to try and walk all over the city. Getting some form of enclosed transportation like a car or truck will make your life in Huntsville much more enjoyable and easier than trying to ride a bike or moped. Public transportation is available but shouldn't be counted on, especially if you're on a tight schedule or have an appointment.
Okay, let me just say, bless her heart, because this is just idiotic. So one of the things that makes us one of the worst cities in the country is we're not walkable because it's Alabama. You might need a car. I can't argue with her there because, you know, things are spread out. But we do have mixed-use communities where you can live, work, and play that you don't need a car. But yes, if you're going to go from one end of this city to the next, you're going to need a car. There is public transportation here. Apparently, she is unaware that we have it. But yeah, the number 9 thing that makes us the worst city in the entire country is it's not walkable.
Number 8,
Bless your
huge bugs. The bugs in Huntsville are huge. What else would you expect from a southern city in Alabama? There's a little bit of everything there too. Roaches are very common, spiders, big spiders, love bugs, mosquitoes, almost the size of your fist, ants, lots of ants, those big red fire ants that hurt really bad. Even things you wouldn't think of being there, like scorpions, will make an appearance. Hornets love to make nests up in the peaks of your roofs, and lizards always try to get into your front door. Pest management is a must, even if it's only spraying around the house yourself every so often. Bonus points if you can hire a company to use the good stuff and treat your property. Don't sleep with your mouth open.
Okay, this is just, okay, every inch of the planet has bugs. Now, do we have bugs as big as your fist? I was born and raised here. I've been here 61 years. I have never seen a bug as big as my fist here. I mean, it's not like those Hawaiian spiders, right? No, she's right. We have roaches, we have ants, we have spiders, we have the more common bugs. But as far as huge bugs, most of our bugs are little. Now, I do tell you there is I think it's an American cockroach, or is it the German? I think it's the American, and they will get about that big, but they are outdoor bugs. They primarily live in trees. You'll see them in houses occasionally, and if you do, it's because they're lost. But there are not huge bugs as big as your fist in North Alabama.
Number 7, schools are, on paper, the school system in Huntsville isn't that bad. There are 55 public schools in the city that all have pretty average test scores compared to other places of comparable size around the country. A lot of locals here are in fact very disappointed with the school, however. Primary complaints of persistent bullying, segregation, and staff that doesn't give the attention that students need are commonly mentioned when talking to parents.
Okay. Here we go. Now she's just gone off the deep end. You moron. Schools here are not bad. You know, City of Madison schools are ranked top in the country. There are other school systems here that are really making strides. Bullying, segregation, bad teachers, really, in our schools? I mean, I'm sure there's bullying in every school. Last I heard, there was no segregation in the school systems in Huntsville, Alabama. All right, all the white kids over there and all the black kids over there. It doesn't happen. Bless your heart, my dear. Goodness gracious. Let's see what else she
Many
has to
residents
say.
opt for private schools to ensure their little ones have a chance in life and learn the skills needed to survive in the real world.
So, if you want your kids to survive and learn the skills needed in the real world, you need to put them in private school.
Homeschooling is always an option, and a lot of residents do that too. Depending on how smart you are and how good you can pretend to be a teacher, they might not turn out that bad after all.
All right, so if you are borderline intelligent and you can pretend to be a teacher, you can homeschool your kids, and they might not turn out to be that bad after all. Bless their hearts. My goodness.
Number 6, the crime. There is crime in Huntsville. Is it like Birmingham, Mobile, or Montgomery? Definitely not, thank goodness. It's really bad in those places, but it is there, and it's a concern regardless for those who have to deal with it. Mostly stemming from bad football plays and recreational substances, Huntsville's crime rates are 3% higher than the national average. You have a 1 in 42 chance of becoming the victim of a crime.
I love this girl. So the crime rate in Huntsville is high, mostly because of the use of recreational substances and, what did she say, disagreements over football games? Wow. Okay, look, here's the truth. Huntsville has one of the lowest crime rates in the country. The people that live here know that. It is an incredibly safe place to live. Now, are there people who use recreational substances and get into arguments over football? Well, hell yes. This is Alabama. You know, in Alabama, you're either an Alabama fan, an Auburn fan, or an atheist, and that's the truth of it. And you know, occasionally do folks partake of the recreational substances, mainly beer, and argue over football? Well, of course we do. Do the police arrest us, and does that affect our crime rate? I don't think so, sweetheart. I don't think so.
A little common sense goes a long way in Alabama. As long as you mind your business and don't drive like an idiot, you should be fine.
Okay, so as long as you mind your own business and don't drive like an idiot, you're going to be fine. You should be okay. You're not going to be the victim of a drunken football assault.
There are parts of town that you should avoid because you learn quick that Huntsville don't play.
Whoa, wait a minute, what? Huntsville don't play? What the hell does that even mean? Homie, don't play that, I think is
Number
what she's
5,
talking about.
it's Alabama. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. Alabama in general has a stigma about it for cousin-loving good times and being full of good old boys.
Okay, one of the things that makes Huntsville one of the worst cities in the country is because it's in Alabama. And what did she say? Cousin-loving good old boys? Okay, look, I got to tell you, I've got some cousins that are very attractive. They really are. Unlike the British monarchy, we do not go at each other. Okay, so yeah, you know, are there good old boys here? There are good old boys and girls everywhere. Do we date and marry our cousins? Not as a rule. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Oh my God, I needed this today. This is great. So yeah, if you're from Alabama, you probably, if you go anywhere else in the world, you don't want to tell anybody that you're from Alabama, because immediately they will think that you have slept with your cousin who has 2 teeth and no shoes.
Admitting you are from Alabama, even a more modern city like Huntsville, will have people questioning what type of person you are. They will more than likely assume you drive a 1986 Camaro Trans Am and have some kind of drinking problem.
Oh my God. So if you are anywhere in the world and they find out that you are from Alabama, they will immediately think that you drive a Trans Am and have a drinking problem. Have we watched too many Smokey and the Bandit movies here, darling?
All of these are stereotypes and often are incorrect, but people saw Joe Dirt and that's what they think of. They think there is something wrong with living in Alabama and will judge you for it. You'll have no clout. If you care about what people will think about you and want to impress all your friends, you might want to take this into consideration and pick another city.
Okay, so now she admits that those are stereotypes and they're incorrect, but they saw Joe Dirt, which I don't think was based in Alabama, and that's what they think of. She didn't mention the mullets that many of us
Number
have.
4, closed Sundays. Are you out of your favorite stick of deodorant or need to pick up a pack of Pall Malls?
Whoa.
Hold up.
What? Are you out of your favorite deodorant and need to pick up a pack of Pall Malls? Oh my God. Oh, Jesus.
Because it might be even more complicated than you think. You'll have to get used to the fact and come to terms with the idea that Sundays is a day of rest. And business owners, they like to rest. Many stores and businesses are closed, and if you're needing something, you may have to wait for a weekday to do what you have to do. This may be a major inconvenience for you if you're impatient or have something really important you need to take care of, so it's best to stock up on things you can't live without.
Okay. I have to call bullshit on this one. There was a time in the South, they had what were called blue laws. And blue laws said that businesses could not be open on Sunday. Well, I think blue laws went the way of the dinosaur probably 30, 40 years ago. Believe it or not, we have stores that are open on Sunday. The only thing that closes on Sunday is Chick-fil-A. And, you know, Chick-fil-A is a Christian-based, corporation. And let me tell you, if you want a Chick-fil-A, you're not going to get it on Sunday. You better stock up on Saturday. If not, you're out of luck when it comes to Chick-fil-A. Everything else, retail, restaurants, bars, everything else is open on Sunday. I don't know where this young lady did her research from, but she's completely wrong. It's the Lord's Day. You got to rest. Well, guess what? Our restaurants are the busiest on Sunday right after church. You know, if you're going out to eat on Sunday, you better get to the restaurant ahead of the church folks because they're hungry. There is something about listening to a preacher for 2 hours that will just famish you. So, again, I'm calling bullshit on this one.
Number 3, football. Pretty much everything is planned and done around the football schedule. It's a way of life there. If you aren't a Bama or Auburn fan, you might as well just hang it up. You have to like football for people to accept you into their social circles. Knowing who's playing, the score of last night's game, and seeing that amazing play are mandatory to participate in group conversations or to make friends. Make sure to learn the lingo before trying, and you might have a chance.
All right, I can't argue with her. I really can't. You know, we are, like so many other states, a lot of things revolve around football. And, when you've got the number one team in the country with Alabama, of course, you've got to have, your roll tighter, But I can't argue with her there. Of course, it's not only Alabama that's like that. Every state has their major football rivalries. We just happen to have one of the biggest ones in the country. And yeah, believe it or not, though, the Alabama and Auburn folks tolerate each other pretty well, except during the Iron Bowl, or what we call the Iron Bowl. All right. So I can't argue with her there. Is that a reason to name us the worst city in the U.S. because we have football teams and people that support them? Again, I don't think so, but I can't argue with her logic.
Number 2, miserable weather. The location of Huntsville makes the weather patterns unpredictable. It's very wet there. On average, you can expect 55 inches of rain per year, which is well over the US average of 38 inches. It does get snow, not much, but it does happen, about 2 inches per year. It's really cold and wet during the winter months and hot and humid during the summer. It's also subjected to severe weather with fun things like tornadoes. Bad weather seems to just pop up out of nowhere and is a normal part of life there. It's hard to make plans because of the unpredictability. While you do get a taste of the 4 seasons, it's usually summer and spring without the benefits of fall. People are often in very bad moods if the rain affects the games and causes delayed start times or cancels them altogether.
All right, so let's talk about the weather. I've done videos on the weather here. Look, the weather here, I actually like the weather here. It's hot in the summertime, it's moderate in the winter, and the spring and falls are always very pleasant, okay? I will agree with her that we do have the occasional storm. We do have the occasional tornado. I disagree with her that they just pop out of nowhere because, believe it or not, the #1 company that develops Doppler radar technology is based here in Huntsville. So it's not like an earthquake that just kind of pops out of nowhere. If something's coming, you're going to see it days and days in advance. As far as the seasons, we do have the 4 seasons, but I'll admit, the summer's hot. The winters are not unbearable. It rarely gets, I don't know, in the 30s here. We might have snow occasionally. It's very rare. We do get our share of rain, but I do not believe we're above the national average when it comes to rain. Her comment is it makes people cranky when those football games are delayed because of rain. And so I guess then we partake of recreational beverages, get in our cars, and have road rage. So I can't believe that the weather is on this list. All right, let's see what is the #1 thing that makes Huntsville, Alabama, the worst city in the entire USA.
Number 1, bad rankings. Huntsville and Alabama in general consistently ranks well towards the bottom of everything concerning quality of life surveys. From safety, health, income levels, environmental issues, and even things like high-speed internet. Unless you are a rocket scientist and have a job at NASA, you won't be able to afford the good areas in the city and take advantage of the good things that are actually in Huntsville. Don't expect low cost of living and good quality of life. More and more studies show that while there are some good aspects of living here, you really have to weigh the pros and cons before you make the move and commit.
Okay, I have to call bullshit one more time. She says that Huntsville is at the top of all the worst lists. Well, the contrary is actually true. North Alabama, Huntsville, Madison, always in the top 10 places to live in the country, top 10 places to start a business, top 10 places to work, top 10 places to raise your kids, all of the above. And what's really funny is in her other video where she is talking about how Huntsville is one of the top places in the country to live, she mentions in that video that Huntsville is at the top of all of these lists. So, I don't know. Let's see what she's ending with here.
All right, everyone, that'll do for today's video. Do you live in or love Huntsville? Maybe you hate it. While you're still here, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. That makes us really happy. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, y'all.
You know, what's really sad, she's so pleasant. All right, everyone. You little millennial. Bless your heart. All right, so there you go. There are the top 10 reasons why Huntsville, Alabama is the worst city in the U.S. Do you agree with her or do you agree with me? Again, you have to remember that this young lady makes these videos simply to get views, and she makes videos on why the city is so great, and then she makes a video a couple of months later about why it is the worst city in the U.S. So I beg to differ with her on every point. Apparently she didn't do a whole lot of research, because just about every point is just total BS, except for, we're football fanatics, and it does get hot here in the summertime. So, what I would like to do is invite you to come on down, take a look for yourself, and see if you believe Huntsville is the worst city in the U.S. I mean, that's a pretty damn high bar to set. Bless your heart. So, all right, guys. Hey, keep in mind, if I can do anything for you, if you're thinking about moving to this crappy city and you want my help, I am more than willing to help you move here. I've got Revolved Realty here. We've got 70 agents ready to go to work for you. And hey, don't forget, if you like what we do here on the channel, we try to keep things light, we try to keep things positive, and we always tell the truth. So there you go. I hope that was entertaining for you. I just couldn't resist commenting on this, but I just want to say to this young lady, good for you for creating videos, and bless your